1 2.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me out there? I love this. The quiet before the storm, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you anticipate 300,000 subscribers and followers just rushing in to see us go live.
Oh, man. They're coming in.
Oh, how
Hey,
I
y'all.
imagine it. Look
What's
at them.
up? Hey, y'all.
Let's go chat. Turn up.
What's up?
All of y'all in the chat. I love to see it. Love
Yep.
to see you here.
Welcome.
You know, our pull-up game is atrocious at this point. These lives, here we are on the big screen. All right, real time. You know, shout out to Event Them Studios, always and forever. Shout out to Marcelo, the man behind the cameras, the sounds, the orchestration, this space, and what we do here at the Phree Game Podcast. So big up everybody from Marcelo and Event Them Studios. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to everybody that's been holding us down. We're over a year podding here in this studio. I hear that soon we're going to be making some changes. So I've been trying to stir up a little bit before we head out into a new spot. You feel me? They were like, all right, well, we're going to move you now and you're going to take a break. And I was like, oh yeah, break. Well, let's pull out the paints. It's just crazy.
Before y'all move us.
Before you send me out, I got to go out with a bang because this is going to look different. And why not do it live? This is literally the second live we've ever done here at the Phree Game Podcast. And it felt good. It felt good. And it felt good because it felt a little different. And sometimes change is necessary and needed and to spice things up a little bit. And so, as we see here on this here table is something a little different. The woman to my right, y'all's left. Y'all seen her before. Well, you know, y'all know who she is for those that know. And if you don't, we all know that this is not JG. But shout out to JG. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. So before we get into who this beautiful woman is to my right, welcome everybody to the Phree Game Podcast. If you don't know how you got here, I don't even know either. I have no idea. I'm with you. But I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you stumbled upon this here chat, this here channel, this here live stream. We're just figuring it out. We're new to this live streaming thing here at the Phree Game Podcast, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of magical things happening in the cards for us. So venture on this journey with us. This is why you're supposed to subscribe. You're supposed to hit the notification bell in case I pull up. You got to know. I didn't let anybody know. I didn't market this. This was not promoted, nothing. This was like, I'm pulling up and we finna paint. You know what I'm saying? And so here we are. Thank y'all for joining. Once again, you are at the Phree Game Podcast. My name is Phree. I am one of the hosts of this here podcast. Today, as we said, my man JG couldn't make it. However, in the building, we do have the infamous, the one and only Raven Iman.
What's
Shout out.
Up? Hey. So happy to be here.
You dig?
On the Phree Game Podcast. Y'all? Hello, 300,000 plus and growing. How y'all feel? Put it in the chat. Let us know what's going on. I'm stoked to be here. It's a nice, exciting, I don't even know what's happening today.
You don't even, you know what? We ain't even gonna play y'all, okay? This was her idea. She is responsible. No.
Well, it was like what if we do this? And who knows how it will unfold today. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so that's what I love most about magical things is that it's the creative collaboration and co-creation that makes magical things happen.
Oh, yeah.
And, one thing led to another today. And it just happened to be that this sprouted with, a seed that you planted about doing something creative here. Her idea, she was trying to bring She wanted a whole fashion show up here. She was trying to give you
pants. I saw a video on Facebook this morning, and it was some like a sweater, and the lady had bleach and paintbrushes, and there's some pants that she's been talking about bleaching for weeks now. And so I'm like, well, let's bring out the paintbrushes. Let's see what we can make while we talk. So, the live has a thing. And then it just kind of morphed into like, I initially wanted to do painting, but I thought that would be too much. So I was like, okay, well, maybe
let's bleach the place.
We do need ventilation.
Let's throw some bleach on the clothes in this poorly ventilated room studios. Beautiful place, but there's no ventilation in here. We'd be inhaling if one of us done passed out. All right, but of course that sparked an idea, because when creatives get in creative spaces, you plant a seed and it just grow.
Y'all already know.
You know what I'm saying? And so you let me situate it. We gonna do some painting. So I'm glad that you wanted to paint. I'm glad that we could paint, and shout out to Event Them for trusting me to do this right here.
Lots of tarp down. We won't make a mess.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Art is messy. So this here is what's gonna be our practice run of what we like to, try going forward. And so I want to thank you for being on that trial run. This is the first one. This is the first one of what we're gonna call Canvas Conversations. Yes, say it with me now. It's Canvas Conversations. One more time for the people in the back, in case they didn't hear it. This is Canvas Conversations. You feel me? Where we gonna sit and talk one-on-one and have these here conversations. And while we do that, we gonna paint a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we not finna show each other the canvas, and you're not finna see the canvas until we done. Until we, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to have a timer up, to be honest, to keep us grounded, because we will go off. We will chat and talk and talk and chat.
Talk.
We chat and we talk.
We talk and chat. I'm a chatty Cathy.
I get lost. We know I get lost in the sauce. You ain't want to say it right now. I appreciate that. But I get lost in the sauce. I do.
I like it, though. It's the scenic route. And because I have ADHD, you know what I mean? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, all of it, I like the scenic route. I feel like I'm with you. I want to see where it's going to end. I'm hooked.
Follow me, camera. Just follow the wherever. I don't know where it's going either, but if I feel it, I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is. And sometimes I get me in trouble, but we're not here for that. So what we finna do today, child, is we finna paint. So I guess you could just paint. You just start painting. Like, this is just where, see, like, we don't have any cue cards, and then we just gonna wing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you're just gonna paint. We're gonna paint this entire conversation. Also, what we're gonna do, shout out to unofficially sponsored by Blick and Michaels and Extra, all the art supplies. And table topics. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, listen, I got these in like a Christmas stocking one year or something like that.
I need a sip.
And I never opened them and never used them, played with them, had a conversation with them or anything. But I've been itching to do it. So I've opened them recently and poked at them and looked at a couple of the cards. Just to be honest. We pulled maybe like 10 of them total. But I shuffled them back in there. And there's a lot more cards than 10. I gave us both stacks. And I feel like they're good conversation starters. They're prompt questions. They're going to get us, because like if I ask the question, then she going to look at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine. But if it comes off the card though, then like it's fair game. You see what I'm saying? Like, the card asked it. I didn't ask it. The card did.
We forgot.
You feel me? So
we forgot to put what's the penalty for passing the question.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have nothing.
Okay, so we can't pass.
We can't pass.
We're working the kinks out. All right. We can't pass.
Okay.
So if the question comes up, you have to answer the question. There's no passing. Is that consensual? Okay, that's a little. If it's like weird, if it's like way up, because we did read one that was kind of like, dang, I don't really know how to. But we might tuck. You might get a pass. You might get one pass. Everybody's entitled one pass.
No, we said that we would turn the canvas.
Oh, turn the canvas. Okay. See, I love that. That's why we. All right, so here's the rule. We're painting. We're conversing. If you get a question and you don't want to answer it, you got to turn your canvas and you keep painting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pull another question. You got to turn your canvas. Change the perspective of your canvas. Continue your painting. You will see the painting at the end of this. It's going to be a conversation piece.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
And isn't it interesting how like some of those things that we don't want to discuss really shape how like the perspective of our lives? I didn't want to get into it too deep. I was just
that's the point. That's the point of the table topics. We supposed to get deep, like these browns and greens. Matter of fact, shout out. Y'all ain't all right. So what we got here
most random color palette possible.
We got a color palette that I just kind of put together. We both have the same colors and about the same amount.
My colors.
Right? There's no different. But I gave you a couple of green options. There's one green option on there that I didn't spread, but you know, we can get there if there's more there if you need to pull other colors or what have you. We have our water cup and we have our napkins. We're going to do our best to keep this studio intact. We are not.
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh my God.
Because we're having a conversation. So what we're going to do is, I guess, get a brush. So we got 3 different brushes. So this offer, I need y'all to not judge. We listen and we don't judge.
Yes.
That's also a thing for this here podcast live. We listen and we don't judge. Y'all better not be judging out there in the comment section.
You know they judging.
They judging.
You know they
Y'all
judging.
supposed to. Like, what else you supposed to do but judge? Like, what else?
They at work right now.
Judging.
Like,
why you got them paints out like that? Like,
it's cool.
Like, what are you talking about?
Our ice cream plates.
Our ice cream plate.
It's
child. Hey, take a couple of napkins just in case. All right.
Got it.
All right, we're going to get into this. Okay. Who's pulling the first card? We should flip a coin. All right. You want me to? Whatever.
Rock, paper, scissors is always the way I like to make decisions.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoe. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe. Okay?
Best out of 3?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe. Oh.
One.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
I told you got to. All right. So I got to pull first?
Yep.
Dang. But we both have to answer the question.
Okay.
All right. I love the puzzle pieces on the back. Shout out to the puzzle pieces. All right. If you started hearing a voice in your head, in what in what accent would you like it to speak?
What?
Yeah.
If I started hearing a voice in my head, what accent would I like for it to speak in? Dang.
You don't gotta wet the brush too much too, you know what I'm saying? So we got sponge, we listen and we don't judge, we watch and we don't judge. They're still brushes, they're just sponge brushes. We do things different over here. But yeah.
I feel like I would want it to sound like my granny, like, you know, like, okay, if it's in granny's voice, like, what kind of voice, first of all? We talking about a benevolent voice, because people like to make it seem like all people who hear voices is crazy and stuff, and I just don't think that's necessarily the truth. But anyway.
But it's your voice, so that's why I guess it's your question.
A country accent from Atlanta or Alabama. It's a dialect I can comprehend. You know, that's an accent I can trust.
Yeah, the accent would have to be, which often is, I think, already, is like my grandmother, my father's side. She's from Puerto Rico, so she got that thick Puerto Rican accent, ain't really speak English, but when she did, it was broken English. You know what I'm saying? Real Spanglish like, and yeah, I think I still hear her accent in my head. So I'm near on that.
Yeah.
I'm near on that.
Okay.
Your car.
All
That was
right.
like,
I'm
feeling that. I feel like,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a little nervous. Like it might get a little more, interest. It might get a little interesting, a little more, All right, go ahead.
What percent?
A little more is crazy.
What
by the way.
percentage of the things you say are BS?
Oh.
What percent? What percent, man?
Dang. I
What?
gotta answer that first. Okay. 0. I mean, chat. All 300,000 of you out there watching.
Tell us what y'all think.
I don't be bullshit. You know what I mean? You feel like that was bullshit? Why you looking like that? I seen your eyebrows.
You did not. My eyebrows is they're standard right now. They are standard position.
I mean,
Don't bring
I
my
used
eyebrows
to.
into
These days, I don't like to BS. It's a waste of time.
Yeah. Because
It's a
at this point,
waste.
like, who am I afraid of?
Right. Like, why am I doing that?
Mm.
Back in the day, I mean, it depend on the circumstance,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. We all got to be honest.
Yeah.
We have BS'd at some point
Oh,
in our lives. I
yeah.
mean, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Anyways, I'm going to pull a... Go ahead.
Okay, but what percentage did you
Oh,
say?
I got to
That
say
was
a percent.
Yeah.
But for the now,
For currently, like, as we speak, currently, what is a percentage?
0%.
0%. 0.
Dang! Zero! What? What are you doing?
God, okay. All right.
Okay, what's your percent? All right.
What's my percentage?
But what do you consider bull?
Like, I feel like I don't know how to answer that question. I feel like, what is a percentage of things that I'm saying that's like bull BS, right? I don't feel like I go around saying BS on purpose. Like, I'm just out here like, ooh, let me just say the most BS thing I can think of. That's not ever where I'm coming from. So it depends on who you're asking, right? Like some people, they hate how I talk. And they find my like vernacular to be just whatever, however they feel about it. So they feel like, she's never saying anything. But if you really listen to me, I am. So I don't know.
You say a lot. You definitely say a lot.
Yeah. I don't know why I put this green. What? This brown. This brown. I don't know.
Whose card turn is it? Me?
Yeah. I don't know
myself,
what's going on with this. I'm going to have to do something drastic.
Oh, I just looked at the time. It said 33:33. Shut up.
Nice.
Oh, my gosh. See, I knew this was going to happen at some point in this live. All right. What are you addicted to? We can't see your face, by the way. I think you need to poke out some more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We want to see you.
Oh. What am I addicted to? Matcha right now. I'm a big matcha fan right now. I need to put this. I'm doing too much. This brown is really.
Do you need some napkins?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
Matcha. I love.
You
matcha.
have other
croissants.
brushes. Croissant.
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 That little croissant. Do you remember that thing from MTV? My little croissant.
Yeah, my little croissant. My little.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
You got a boyfriend? You got a boyfriend?
He like Mike and Ike's?
Is he big? Is he coming back?
Is he hefty?
You got a boyfriend? Can I get your
Yikes.
number? Can I get your number?
But that's how guys are sometimes. Lots of guys. Anyway, we're just gonna move right on.
Wow.
Guys,
I hear you need to do better, but that's not what this podcast is about.
What was the?
What are you addicted to?
My phone.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a thing for people these days? Like that's a common addiction?
Yeah. I don't want like it's something that I'm aware of, right? And like something that oh gosh. This is live. I want to cough.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks.
All right.
I have some Sprite in here.
You got some? Need some water?
Yeah. What are you addicted to?
You didn't even say what your addiction was.
I did. I said matcha and croissants.
Yeah. And you and your
and
phone.
my phone.
Love. Love. You know?
Yeah.
The idea of it, the creation of it, the mastering of it, if there is a mastery of it, right? And what does that mean to master love?
Wow.
Yeah, like even that, like even my breakdown of like, well, you know, so many layers to how you could break down love or perceive love or work on love or see love, you know? Yeah, so love would, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know, that sounds a little. What was that? What's that? Sound a little, you know?
Yeah, but I can relate to that as well, right? Like the belief that love is the most powerful frequency that exists. So it makes sense to be obsessed with it and want to embody it. And I think sometimes when we want to embody something so badly, as we try to balance that desire with the reality of who we are and like growing as people, it can come out in unintended ways. But I think that's all a part of the like exploration and the full embodiment of love on its different levels and in different frequencies.
That's interesting. No, I've never said that before. So now that, you know what, these cards, you table talk, topics. Anyways, that's interesting. Okay, your turn. Your cards.
My card, my turn. Okay, yes. Okay, but just give me 1 second because this is something. This is something. Okay. What parts of you fight with each other?
You know what? Whose idea was it to do this? All right. Which parts of myself fight with each other?
Yeah. If any. Are you so together at this point that like...
I mean, is anybody so together? Like, is that even a thing? Like, what is so together?
Maybe not so together, but like maybe are you in such a balanced like nervous system, in such a state of health?
No one's nervous system is in such a state of health at this day and age, in this this economy, in this.
No.
Okay, who is?
I don't know anyone personally, but maybe they're out there.
All right. Well, if you're out there, please tap in. I'd love to know how you do it.
How, like, nervous systems. Wow.
What was the question?
What parts of you fight with each other?
Well, I would say my spirit and my human self sometimes battle it out, like my, yeah, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Your flesh and your spirit, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
It's like understanding how to exist in this world, uh knowing, acknowledging, understanding my spirit and spirituality, and having to exist here in this man-made place of just darkness and negative energy and negativity, and just trying to battle things like ego and things like monetary values that are very like, flesh and of human, and not sustainable in the spirit realm, if you will, and understanding how to exist in this life and not need, or to feel like you have everything you need, and not, that feeling of need, or that scarcity mindset, or that, idea that we are not everything we need right now in the moment. We have everything we need right now in the moment. Battling this fear, right? Fear is very human based, things like that.
What's your opinion on like everything being a vibration, and like the experience that you have in this plane is as a result of your vibrational attunement? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that we're all matter.
Yeah.
And all energy. And that is how we exist to begin with, in form.
Yeah.
And so I think that we are not that we're not real, but like we are so much more intricate and detailed than what, like we overlook that. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how dynamic we actually are, and how like many little pieces make up who we are. Like literally in real life, to make up our flesh and
like
bone.
You think that we're all solid, but
no,
really
but we're like compressed
tiny
matter,
little, like
like cells,
things
compressed,
moving together.
yeah, and we're like this blob, just like in like this
literally
dream that we're in, this reality dream thing that we're in, And so when you start to like, I think at a young age, I was like questioning life very young, like questioning what is this? Who am I? Why do I feel like why am I in this body? I know that sounds crazy, but like I was literally, used to just be like staring out the window during like long car rides and be like,
what is life? Like, what is life? Existential crises at 10.
Literally, like just staring, gazing, like why? Like I always wanted to know why or how, or I was always inquisitive how things worked, why they worked that way, And so yeah, I think energy. I don't know if that completely answers your question. Go back to your question, but energy moves everything. Like literally our, our thoughts, the way we manifest.
Yeah.
The way we speak, vibrations, frequencies, music.
Yeah. It's all connected, in my opinion. So if there is like a frequency of a certain thing that you want or believe that you have access to, like what's your strategy in getting in vibrational alignment with that thing?
Well, the first thing, well, I'm heavy on prayer. I'm heavy on God and believing that what I desire, like truly desire, authentically desire in my belly is for me. You know what I'm saying? The thing that is calling me, the thing that urges me, the thing that pulls me is for me. So I trust that and I go with that. And you know, that could be to some folks like blind, right? Like you're just going in it on a whim. You're just going to jump off the ledge. You're just going to trust you're just going to trust your intuition, Phree. Yes, absolutely. And I feel confident enough at this point in my life to do that. And yeah, it's really just like you do it. And understanding polarity and duality and like the way that there's a balance, like there's a balance to everything, right?
Yeah.
And like,
For
sure, we could go into anything expecting the worst thing to happen, or we could go in and expect the best thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? And know that there's a possibility for either one. But which one do you choose to kind of
Focus on
and invest your energy into, right? Because what you invest your energy into will grow. So you got to choose what that thing is that you want to grow. So that's how I try to come in alignment. And, I try to be patient and still, and I like to listen. So if I'm praying, then I'm also listening, for the responses. And that might be, in different ways. People like to call them permission slips. People like to call them, ancestral love notes. I don't know. What about you?
That's a nice way of putting it. Ancestral love notes.
Yeah.
I think for me, and I think I agree with you, it's about like keeping those things in front of you. And from what I've seen and how I've experienced, and like when it came to buying my house, and I literally wrote it down every Wednesday and Sunday. I was like sewing towards it, putting my money towards it. I was going to houses. I was praying at them. I was praying and like receiving and being thankful and in gratitude for what I believed was going to be my destiny and what was going to happen for me, right? And like my emotions around it. I spoke to other people who had nothing but good things to say about their process. I think even when I was giving birth to Sage and how I wanted to have my birth experience become, which made me want to be a doula. Like I had it on repeat. Like this is going to be a painless birth. It's God's going to deliver this out of me, this gift, this dream, this vision, and like I'm speaking in agreement, I'm seeing in agreement, I'm listening in agreement. All the things are, I think, pruning my cells even to be able to receive those things that I prayed for. And like that faith process, I think it looks different for everybody. But I think at the root of it, it's like being completely your belief, being settled on this is what I want. This is what I'm going to receive. And I receive it. I'm grateful that I have it. And like whatever rehearsing that looks like has really been my strategy overall.
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the gratitude thing. I think that's the other thing too, is like you gotta lead in gratitude, right? Like every day. And that's what I do. That's my, and when I say you got to, y'all, like I'm never trying to, suggest that again, back to the, I got to figure it out, or but fundamentally, there are key things to this life that are just part of the cheat codes, the principles, right? And that is like self and trusting self and self first and self-centered and self. And we keep hearing self-love and self. But truly, y'all, like the cheat code to this life thing and manifesting is not only faith, but like faith in you, like understanding that you have the ability to create anything that you want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the power. There is no
No rule book.
Yeah, ain't no outside source. And that's another thing too. People, I think, and everybody has their own toolbox of what works for them along their healing journey or along their path or along their purpose. And if in their toolbox, you know, there's God, there's Oshun, there's, you know what I'm saying, whoever, Buddha, whatever your, your source is, right? I think we're all somewhere rooted in a similar place. I think we had this conversation the other day, not on a pod, but like, just like all these, not everybody is rooted from the same place. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, but I'm saying, like, there's this idea of, I think I wanted to talk about this idea of like people having different perspectives of God, right? And like a lot of people will say, like, when they hear like, well, when somebody says I am a God or I'm of God, a lot of people take that as like egotistical or like some
blasphemy or
something, like there's something
wrong with you,
right? Like, how you trying to be better than, or you ain't no God or whatever. And like for me, there's God in everybody. Like, we are literally, like, in my opinion, like, I am a child of God. I am of God. I am of a creator. I was created by, and God is me, like God in me. And God looks different. It's not a him. It's not a her. It's not a it. It could be the God, right? The universe, however you want to identify. There's something greater than and in unison with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's multiple key points here, and I don't know. I think what's in your toolbox? I think that's the question. Like, and everybody's toolbox is different.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in your toolbox might not work for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's really not my business. It's really not my business.
Mm-mm.
It's really not my business. My business is to
get your tool. Your business is to get your toolbox together. It ain't for you to be trying to poke at somebody else's toolbox or try to see whose toolbox is better or who got the right tools. And as long as you ain't out here being no screwhead, and you ain't hurting people, and you ain't out here doing messy stuff. It takes 144,000 people to shift the freaking paradigm. I'm gonna keep saying that, to change the energy in this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to do more things that are in alignment with positivity, with good vibrations, with high vibrations. You know what I'm saying? And so pick something and have faith in it. Pick you and have faith in you. Have faith in you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, should we go back to the cards?
Yeah, we can. We can. That was good, though. That was a nice aside.
I mean, good questions. Good question. I don't know. My painting has changed about 17 times.
I don't know.
I have no idea what's going on. And I feel like every time we get into a new topic or I just like paint over the last thing. The last thing I painted just got painted over. All right. Am I going to pull a card? I'm going to pull a card. Let's just do it. All right. Pull a card. Oh, wow. All right. For which act of forgiveness do you deserve a medal?
Wow.
Who is responsible for these cards? Who is responsible? Come forward. Table topics. Do-it-yourself therapy. Questions to start great conversations. Ultra pro. Who? All right. Go ahead. For which act of forgiveness do you deserve a medal?
Oh, wow. Wow. Shucks. This shucks. So
All
um
of that.
okay. Okay, we're here and forgiveness is so interesting. Forgiveness. I think the biggest one, and I think a lot of us can relate, finding it within our hearts to forgive like our parents. And I think it's a like acknowledgement that they did the best that they could with what they had, and certain things still shouldn't have happened, and sometimes things do, and it just is what it is. And so like working through those different instances of just like pain, forgiving for just all of it, and being at peace with them, with the way things were, how we wish things were different, but they, just making peace with all of that. What was the question? I feel like I went all the way. Was I supposed to talk about one specific scenario?
They are therapy cards. This is great. It's amazing.
My face is hot.
Honestly.
Was it one thing specifically?
For which act of forgiveness do you deserve a medal?
For which act of forgiveness? And then my act of forgiveness would be like...
that you deserve a medal? Is that...
I don't like this deserve a medal part. I think everyone, if you can find it in your heart to forgive someone for anything, like that deserves a medal, because forgiveness is hard when you've been hurt, when you feel slighted, when you feel a sense of injustice. And even if it's just like a perceived sense of a perceived injustice instead of one that like actually happened. So being able to catalog and heal and repair and forgive myself for the choices that I made that played into how things have happened in my life, right? Self-forgiveness. I deserve a medal for that, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's where I would agree, is that first of all, I think... Sorry, were you done? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
I think that, forgiveness is for us, not them.
Yeah.
And, like healing is not linear. At some points, you mentioned like parents or forgiving, a parent, at one point, I felt like I had forgiven a parent, and then, as I start healing other wounds as you get older, wounds that you didn't know you had, wounds that you didn't know were wounds, and you start looking at your parents again like, sir, ma'am, sir.
This actually was kind of crazy that happened.
Right, like, and so, like, what does accountability look like, or what does healing look like, when it comes to people like your family members, and especially when we grow up in a culture where I grew up in a culture where, like, you got to respect your parents regardless, whether they're right, wrong,
Only
doesn't
your father
matter,
and your mother.
that part. And, what does that mean for me as I get older and I'm trying to heal? Because, my learned behaviors and patterns from childhood ain't serving me the greatest in my life. So, like, when I start doing the work to figure them things out, I'm like, wait, so you mean to tell me that this whole time you know? And then it's like bitterness comes back up, or like, animosity, or like, how do you navigate that or those things? I think it's challenging. I don't think medals is what I would want for any. Like, I'm not looking for a medal, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. It's not a game. It's not a win. I think the win for me is continuing to fight the battle. The win for me is like that you keep choosing to figure it out, even when you don't know, even when it's tough, it's messy, it's challenging. The win is that you're not giving up on yourself. The win is that you're choosing to continue to figure it out, even when there ain't no answers. It seems like, nobody who got the answers, Sway, or nobody got the answers, but like, when you continue to push forward, even in those moments, I think are quote unquote medals that I'll call wins. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I know it's weird.
Forgiving yourself.
That part is and that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Why is that the hardest part?
Forgiving yourself.
Yeah, we our worst
easy
critics.
To think you're a piece of trash. Like everything in this world is literally designed to make you feel like you need other things. You need to buy things to make yourself better and worthy and good enough. And like, were you there? Did you show up enough? Did you do, are you paying with your time? Are you paying with your blood, sweat, and tears and all of your relationships, work, friends, romance? Are you giving it all? Are you, like, everything's so intense. So intense. I was just talking to someone the other day and I was just like, man, I'm messing up because I'm trying so hard.
Right. Like, if you know, you just so give it all, just let go. Surrendering is the challenging part too. Like, sometimes you just gotta surrender to the circumstance, to the situation, to everything. Like, relinquishing control, son.
Wow.
Like,
that's like you cussed at me.
Put your mic up though. Like, just turn it up like that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's just, that's the hardest part for a lot of people, is relinquishing control.
Ugh.
And just letting things, like, surrender to the mess, surrender to the chaos, surrender to what would be, will be. That's it. Because, like,
we really have control over nothing anyway.
Child, like zero. Zilch.
I know, personally. You don't have control. I do not have control over shit.
Mm-mm. We plan, and God laughs.
I need a skinnier paintbrush.
We're working with sponges right now. Get creative with your sponge.
My sponge is too big. The tip too
big.
But
I mean, the tip is at. The edge. The edge. You can do some real spunky things with the edge.
Oh, man. Let me pull a card.
Yep. On that note. Yep.
Do you give or take more?
I feel like I like to keep a healthy balance. I feel like I do a good job of that. I do like to give. I think I've learned how to receive more, you know what I'm saying, in my adult years, if you will. I don't know. In what context?
Context matters.
It does.
Context matters.
Why'd you have to get that tone, though?
What tone?
That one.
What tone is that?
But yeah.
Yeah.
You want to answer?
So, the context?
What was the question?
Do you give or take more?
Or take more.
Mm-hmm. Me. Is it my turn to answer?
Mm-hmm.
It does depend on the context. And I think in this particular season of my life, I'm gonna play. And I hate taking. Like, what taking? Can it be receiving, giving and receiving? I've lived a lot of seasons of giving, and I think I still give, even in my season of like, I think receiving and needing more than I can give right now. So I think it's seasonal and situational, and it just depends.
I think we deserve to all be able to be in a season of, you know what I'm saying, receiving, giving. There's got to be.
It's a healthy balance.
It's got to be a balance. You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? Too much of one thing anyway is never good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna pull a card. How much time? Oh, 1 minute. This has been great. I mean, I don't know. You know, I want to thank all 3,000, 100,000 of y'all for watching right now.
Thank you guys for being with us today.
We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. Shout out to Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. If you stumbled upon us and you don't know where you at, you are at the Phree Game Podcast currently. Canvas Conversations.
That's right.
That's where you're at. You're at the Canvas Conversations at the Phree Game Podcast. And we just chopping it up. We painting and chopping and conversing.
Yes.
And talking to each other. Hoping that y'all is out there enjoying the conversation. Leave it in the chat if you have anything to say, if you have anything to add, if you want to answer these questions on these cards. Love to hear your responses.
Yes.
Love to hear your responses. I think we'll do one more. And then I'm interested, I'm really interested on what yours look like.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm really interested. Like one more, I pull one more, you pull one more. That's what I mean.
Okay. Good, because I need some time to finish this. Go ahead.
We're gonna keep it cute. All right. Would you trade 10% of your sanity to become 10% smarter?
Would I trade 10% of my sanity to become 10% smarter?
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more crazy. What it mean to lose a little bit of sanity? I need some more context around that. I mean, because what is sanity?
What is it?
I don't know. There's this like neurotypical way of existing that has been pushed as the standard way of existing, right? So anything outside of that is what? On some sort of insanity spectrum. So yeah, I'll be more outside of those lines for, I guess, more intellect.
But what does it mean to be smarter? Smarter in what way? Just smarter?
More, I feel like with more information, the greater the possibility of using that information to like do more things. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
To be because 10% smarter. Like I'm mad smart.
I'm intelligent already. You're right.
I'm playing. All right. I don't need to be any more crazy though. That's the thing. To be 10% more insane for me is wild, bro. Like it is. It's I don't. That face is kind of hard though. Why are you making that face?
Because that's so funny and so true. Like I agree. I agree. For myself too. Like, I don't know, 10%.
10%.
You're right. I don't know if I thought that all the way through.
That's a lot to give up. I mean, to get I can't. I don't know. I'm pretty chill with where I'm at.
Pretty chill.
Dang, but then how do I sound saying that I don't want to be smarter? Like, how do I breathe without?
Tell me why. I better find your love.
Hey,
I better find your. That's been playing in my head the
Drake.
whole. I know.
Wow.
That's been playing in my head for the last 10 minutes.
Wow.
I don't know what that's about.
Deep. That's deep. This is a Kendrick podcast, by the way.
I agree. I know. I yeah, it just happened like that.
In case you didn't know.
I didn't want it.
This is no sir. Okay. All right. You got a card. You got a card.
Sorry, I got a little pain on my hands.
I'm using all three of my brushes. This is second sponge down.
I've used all three of my brushes.
What
do you say that sounds just like your mother or father?
Who wrote these cards? And who gave me these cards? It's probably my mom. I don't know. I don't know where these cards came from, but can you say that again?
What do you say that sounds just like your mother or father?
I feel like y'all out there that know me would be gagging right now. I don't even know. Help!
What, girl? What?
I don't know. What?
Oh,
what do I say? What you thought?
Shit. No. It's the time during the morning show.
No, it ain't. It ain't. It's the Phree Game Podcast. Welcome to the Phree Game Podcast. I'm crying an hour into this thing. What is happening? Someone stop watching this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
All right. Did I answer the question? I honestly, I have no idea. I do say things that sound like my mom probably. I just, I haven't talked to my dad in a long time, so I don't even know what he sounds like anymore, to be honest. But I might sound like my mom sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know what does that mean?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Like I'm sure.
What about you?
When I talk to Sage, I'm sure I sound like my mom. Like when she is like, when I'm having to like reiterate, like I'm not one of your little friends.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like,
oof.
Gentle parenting is tough. It's tough, man. It's really hard. Cause these kids they don't want to be gentle parented. These kids do not want to be gentle parented, even though they deserve it. They deserve it. Okay? They do. But they be trying. I get it.
They supposed to try you. What's wrong with y'all? They children.
They're kids.
They're supposed to challenge you.
I get that.
They're supposed to test your boundaries. Yep. How else are they supposed to learn the right from wrong?
In addition to them doing that and being that, also having to just like maintain as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, I chose being a parent. I chose it. I love it. Wouldn't change it. But it do be testing all everything that I have within me. You know what I'm saying? It definitely is that mirror, and seeing yourself, and like sometimes it's not easy to look in a mirror. Sometimes it's not easy to be gentle with little you. Especially when you didn't learn it. There wasn't gentleness extended to you as a small person when you're exhibiting big emotions as well. You know, so it's all reparenting yourself while parenting them, while also surviving capitalism and, you know, essentially being prisoners of war still currently to this day, you know? Wage slaves. So it's like, it's a lot.
Well, shout out to you. Shout out to all the moms. It's still Women's Month. Let's not get it twisted. Oh, it cut us off.
Oh, no, it's just probably long, so it said video pause. Are you still watching? You know what I mean?
Also, we probably cut off on Instagram. If I cut you off on Instagram, I apologize. But if you are on YouTube, shout out to you for being here with us on the tube.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Ube. Or
you know, I'm going to start using my fingers.
All right. So, I love that for us. And so, like, shout out to all the moms. Shout out to all the parents out there. Y'all weren't given a manual when y'all had babies. And so, y'all need to give moms a little bit more grace. And these dads need to step up. Y'all dads is still not winning out here. We need dads to win.
We do.
Y'all ain't winning. Y'all still down on the down. Though I know
there's
a few
really
good men out there. I know them.
My uncles, my grandpa, like.
But you know, speaking of uncles and grandpas,
coming around the river bend.
Speaking of uncles and grandpas, some people weren't raised with good uncles and grandpas to be, taken up
real,
after.
You're right. And that sucks. It does. It really sucks when you don't have any positive examples of strong men in your life. Like, that is rough. It is. Can't relate, but it's rough.
Well, yeah. I can't relate either. I love y'all. All my family members that are men out there. Y'all are dope. Y'all are dope. Don't get me wrong. But child, we still need help out there, child.
Yep.
We still need to be doing better, child, because we still ain't doing it, child. Y'all still ain't doing
Everybody, we learning. We are, I feel, experiencing a great awakening on this planet when it comes to emotions, therapy, being emotionally intelligent, spiritual awareness. So many more people that I'm encountering in these more recent days of people just like being so open to the idea of transforming from the inside out, right? And like, if everything is a vibration and we have the authority to change the vibrations of the thing or things around us by what we speak and our emotions, then why not? As you were saying, it takes 144,000. It's the square root of a population is the math equation that allows a people to change the environment around them. I think we talked about the Maharishi experiment, right? Where, in the Middle East, there was a bunch of transcendental meditation gurus and professors, and they did this experiment where they meditated on peace in the Middle of the East, and they had certain metrics like car accidents or murders or what have you. Those things would be decreased while they were meditating at the same time, and the studies showed that it was a thing. And we can take that same equation in a family, in a community. If you're the one or the people who have that energy and meditative state of, this is the world that we want to see. We want people to have access to healthcare and food and housing. And this is the world that we demand. And like, what do our actions aligning with that demand look like? And how long can we sustain it as a people? And as we can sustain that energy and idea, the world will change 100%.
I agree. But it takes a lot of it takes a lot. Like it takes a lot of shifting, like reprogramming, dismantling.
Yeah.
We're talking about media, social media as it exists right now, the interwebs as it exists right now. We're talking about politics as it exists right now. We're talking about news media that as it exists right now, like the things that the machine behind the business of media in general and what's put out there in front of us and in our phones, our tablets, that is programming and will continue to be. And so we're up against, right? So I don't want to make it seem like, 144,000 people. But like, yes, simplistically that. And also I'm not naive to understanding that there's a machine working against us, which is why we need the 144. You dig me? This is why we need it strong, and we need to keep pushing to that number. And it's relative, right? Like whatever that the equation is for the population of people, that people are born every day, people are dying every day, the number's changing every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But relatively around that number, if we can get there, you know what I'm saying? I think we'd be on to something.
What would we be doing at one time? Would it just be like a meditation?
I don't know. I think like it could be, it's just, I feel like it's frequency. How do we, is music? I mean, we're talking about, what are we watching on the news? There's music, the music we're listening to, the lyrics in the music we're listening to. I mean, we have to continue to remind each other that words are spells. Words are what makes this thing what it is.
Come on.
And what's being projected out of our mouths and into this bunch of cells and matter.
Yeah.
And energy and frequencies that all around us.
Right? Like,
wait, what did you say to me yesterday? We only see 4%
right
of. You
or
said that to
is
me,
it?
right?
It's
Somebody
we
said
can only see
a certain 6%
of
what's actually out there
happening, but there's 94% of things that are happening from a molecular level or an anatomic level that we can't see all around us at all times. You're only getting half of the picture, like not you're only getting a smidge of what's actually happening. So imagine if we were to awaken our consciousness to receive a little more, even 5% more. You know, what kind of implications would that bring? Meditation, man. If I could just meditate every day, I know my life would be different.
Why don't you?
Why don't I? You know, that's a really good question, and we don't even have, enough time to get into why, what the struggle is. But we're working on it. Hopefully, by the next time I come, I'm gonna be like, yep, I've been meditating for 50 days straight. I
mean, but give yourself grace too. Like if you set out a plan, and you're like, well, I said I was going to do this 5 times a week, and I only did it once. And then we get into that negative self-talk, and then we start shooting ourselves down. We're going to stop doing that, guys and gals and them in between and whoever's.
We're done with negative self-talk.
We're not doing that no more, child. We just out here going to keep trying. We're going to keep pushing forward. And I think I'm ready to see your piece. I don't know what we did with these sponges, but we watch and we listen and we don't judge. That's what we doing. So I love this. I love that you started using your fingers. I love that all 300,000 of y'all are watching right now. And so we're gonna show y'all what we came up with, and I really like this. This is fun. For those of you that know me out there in the world, I need a shirt that says that. For those of you that know out there in the world, this is fun. Potting and painting and potting. I mean,
Canvas Conversations.
This is Canvas Conversations. You dig? Here at the Phree Game Podcast. Come paint with Phree. You dig?
You dig.
Nah, but for real, excuse me. We're gonna show. You got. All right. Don't judge out there, y'all. This is not a competition. This is a conversation. And so
You doing a big reveal like that? Oh my god.
we're gonna reveal. We have to reveal to the 300,000 people watching on Twitch. Shout out to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Because like we did today, we just popped up. There was no warning. So
You don't want to miss the next one.
hit the bell. Hit the bell. Because we're going to do more of these. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come paint with me. Let's have a conversation and do some art.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
God. Oh God. I messed it up.
There's no mistakes in art. It adds to it.
That's right. You're right. You're so right.
Are you ready, Raven Iman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do it at the same time?
Okay.
All right. Comment below your thoughts. This ain't no competition, so you ain't got to go team rave.
Nah, none of that.
All y'all shout out Team Rave in the comments. Spam Team Rave in the comments.
What?
All right, ready? 1. We said we was only going to do 30 minutes, and we've been on this.
Hey, let's go.
Our Instagram done kicked us off.
We're done.
YouTube about to kick us off.
We're done.
Shout out to everybody on Twitch, on YouTube,
What's up?
on
Twitch?
Instagram. Follow Raven Iman at Raven Iman, IMAN.
That's right.
Raven like the bird.
That's where I be at. You ready?
Everywhere.
All right. Ready?
Ready to go.
Ready,
1,
go.
2, 3.
Ah!
Turn it around. Oh, wait, you gotta show the camera. Hold on. All right, chat. Let's see him. I like yours. This is what we got, y'all. This is what we came up with.
Oh, wow. Look at yours.
We listen and we don't judge.
I love it.
Yes. Come on, Canvas Conversations. I mean, they go together.
They do. I really like yours. Yours is like a forest and like, how did you even come up with that? Oh my gosh. Mine is just like a bunch of big emotions, which is very my.
Like a sunset. It's giving like this is the backdrop for this. Like we're in the same.
Yes, I agree with that.
What y'all think? You don't think we're in the same ballpark here?
Very dramatic. Your tree is giving lots of drama.
No, I feel like this could be the outside to with. Okay, drama. All right.
I love it. I agree.
All right.
This is like if you put them together, like on top of one another, or like the sides. I need just like a whole one, like 1, 2, 3, 4 of those to go on either side.
Come on, I need you to do we need to do a free we need a thumbnail.
Screen.
Come on, y'all, thumbnail it. Hold up, wait. Okay, do what you do.
Blick.
Come on, Blake, though. All right.
For real.
Yo, shout out to y'all for shout out to y'all for tuning in, for watching us,
Yes.
for allowing me to experiment. Thank you, Raven, for joining us at the Phree Game Podcast, for joining me, for experimenting with me on this live.
I love it.
And this our first Canvas Conversations.
Woo! We did it!
Canvas Conversations episode 1.
Canvas Conversations episode 1.
There will be more of these
Yes, there will
to
be.
come. If you would like to come join me on a Canvas Conversation, just you and me, you and I, me and you.
You and
know what I'm
I,
saying?
T-Y.
Let me know, and we can make it happen. Anytime, any place. You dig? I got the paint. I got the brushes. I got the canvas. We just need you, baby. We just need you.
Yes.
Anyways, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We finna get out of here. This was really dope. This was really fun. Thank you, Event Them Studios.
Thanks, Event Them.
Shout out to y'all for watching and tuning in. Again, you're at the Phree Game Podcast. This is Canvas Conversations with Phree and Raven Iman. Peace.
Peace. Bye.
And it's the awkward moment where I walk over and I stop the recording, and y'all are going to see me do it because you know what I'm saying? I am team and team is I. No, hold on a second.